Anti-racism efforts at the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Houston. Houston is the most populous city in Texas and the fourth largest city in the United States. A majority-minority city, the work of dismantling white supremacy is central to faithful Unitarian Universalism in this diverse and growing region. An intentional commitment on the part of the staff and board to anti-racism has prompted the leadership of First Houston to reimagine congregational life. Central to this commitment has been better understanding the communities we serve. African Americans and Latinx peoples are vital to the region. Its diversity has expanded with waves of immigrants from Asia and Latin America.
There is an ethnic plurality in nearby Fort Bend County, which has the highest percentage of Asian Americans in the southern United States.
The Thoreau campus of the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Houston is in Richmond in Fort Bend County.
More than 7 million visitors a year are attracted to Houston's museum district, home to 19 museums, galleries, as well as the congregation's main campus.
This wealth of racial and ethnic diversity makes a commitment to collective liberation central to the congregation's future. First Houston has been ramping up its anti-racism efforts and its work to dismantle white supremacy over the last few years.
Knowing the congregation couldn't focus solely on its members, the senior minister and board became more intentional about hiring. 2 people of color, one of whom is bilingual, have filled major staff positions.
The bilingual membership and communications coordinator was crucial to the launch of 2 well-received Spanish language services.
Somos unitarios, universalistas. Tenemos una mente para pensar, un corazón para amar y unas manos que están listas para servir a los demás.
Sunday services feature bilingual rituals and readings and Spanish language songs and hymns by the congregation and choir.
Celebremos compartiendo nuestras vidas, encendiendo esta luz.
First Houston committed to diversity in the pulpit by inviting people of color to lead worship. Reverend Jorge Espinel preached the Spanish language Christmas Eve service. Consultants have been engaged by the board and staff to deepen the congregation's anti-racism work. Accountability is central to this work, and the consultants have helped us to take responsibility for what is before us, while gaining skills, creating spaces, and holding conversations we would not be able to have on our own. Social action was also better defined by splitting existing teams into a social justice council and a community projects team devoted to social service.
The Community Projects team sponsors drives, fundraisers, and hands-on service projects. These include work to preserve a collection of historic buildings in Freedmanstown, Houston's first free African American neighborhood, and a long-standing collaboration with Project Row Houses, a community platform for collective creative action in the city's historic Third Ward.
They also organized a several-month-long Black Lives Matter vigil. One of those keeping vigil was even featured on the local news.
The Justice Council spearheaded successful registration and Get Out the Vote efforts. They worked with UU the Vote and with congregations across the state to empower disenfranchised voters, especially in Black and Brown communities, to push the federal government to reduce racist policies and create climate justice.
The Justice Council now works with the Metropolitan Organization, a multi-faith effort to empower and mobilize citizens in efforts for police reform and other civic issues that disproportionately impact people of color. They have also joined the Third Ward Cloth, which is an organization of organizations focusing on resources for children and families in the greater Third Ward area, the center of Houston's African American community.
Significant programming at the church focuses on anti-racism work. A popular series of anti-racism workshops and discussion groups was begun in 2019. A support and discussion group for Black, Indigenous, and people of color will begin next month, and a Spanish language ministry is being planned.
While there is much yet to be done, the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Houston is engaging in the introspection and community efforts that we hope will dismantle white supremacy and build the beloved community in the greater Houston area.